Hello folks, just turn that sideways so we can see it better. So, Pixie, go away mate. Sorry, my cat has just walked right in front of us. Yo! Right, so anyway, where was I? Yeah, so, War Rig Part 2, Big Bertha. So I've got this Super Kings Matchbox 19 old 73 fuel tanker that I'm going to use with the cab that I've already made. Height wise, they're pretty much bob on. So rather than me bang loads of guns on the top of the fuel tanker, I'm going to keep it really, really simple. I'm going to change the wheels. This back bit's staying. This little balcony bit here, I'm going to probably get rid of. It's a little bit closer to the back of the cab for my liking. It hides some of the detail. Then I'm going to add some like patch plates around the sides, maybe a few like armory looking bits. I'm going to glue that set of legs up or get rid of it, I'm not sure, because it doesn't stay up by itself, it just hangs down, it annoys me. So yes, I'm really not going to drill this apart from these wheels out, so I can add some of my own wheels. It's going to be quite a quick part 2. Then I'm going to paint it. I might add some graffiti to it, because I feel that it's got such a vast canvas to it that some graffiti would be pretty cool. Yeah, so I'll do something at the back, maybe toughen this up a bit, make it look a bit tougher. It's going to be a very, very simple build on the trailer. That's purely because I think that I don't want to spoil that line. It looks really good. It looks like it's made for each other. So there's that. Then I've got the original trailer that came with it, a little bit short. I'm talking about train theme stuff, and I think I want to turn this into like a caboose. So like windows in it, like a train car. Now I've got a 3D printer at the moment. Well, I've just got a 3D printer, so I'm thinking about trying to print some windows or something, or maybe print a passenger carriage and then make it to fit. The other thing I can do is I can make it like a curved roof. I'm talking about old school train carriage. I know it's a bit out of keep with the diesel engine, but if you look at Metro Exodus, for example, that'd be quite cool as a road vehicle. I hate this one rear wheel axle. It looks turd. Like, it bugs me massively. So I'd add a second set of wheels here. Not these wheels either, because they're dog. So yeah, or I might add like a few wheels just to keep that train carriage look, maybe. And also for this to fit, I've got to move this. So yeah, so depending how quick this is the main subject of the video anyway, this fuel tanker one. So I'm going to bang through this real quick because it's literally just needs some patch plates, some rivets, bit of doodadding, paint job, some graffiti. I think I've got some fuel stickers and decals that I might add to it. This is coming off, obviously. I might leave it on there for texture, just wreck the rest of it. Yeah, apart from that, this is going to be a very simple build. So depending how long it takes and how long I waffle for, I'm trying to keep this waffle under 4 minutes. I might also time lapse the build of this trailer insane as well, because I like the idea of having 2 different trailers. The fuel tank one definitely keeps the scale good, because if you look at something like this Porsche I've just done, you've got 1, 2, 3, about 4 car lengths. I could put some shit on top, but I'd rather not. I think I'd like it the way it is. So that's what we're going to do. Right, time lapse time. Alright then folks, this is where we're at. So I didn't take the wheels off in the end. I've added these guards with some, I can't the tiniest bits that I 3D printed. 3D printed wheels on the back that I did yesterday. That's the colour of my resin. Just like a real bumper. This bit I've cut off something else for Hot Wheels. It's the back bit off of a dirt smasher, apparently, just as like a rear guard thing. Dice Mechanic Games, like oil dispenser. I also make a little platformy thing, little venty thing, another little venty thing. This bit of hose thing hanging over this balcony bit. I kept the balcony in, and they've had all these panels. Now they look pretty crap at the moment, to be honest. And this rear back bumper bit as well. Rivets. I'm not going to film rivets because it's just drudgery, as I always say. I'm going to glue that up as well. I'll do that now. I won't film the rivets, and we'll come back after I've done the rivets, because me cutting plastic rod into rivets and sticking them on one by one is painful to watch. It's painful to do, so it's painful to watch. Yeah, so, and that'll be the build really done on this. It's then down to paint. Like I said, I didn't want to do too much, but I didn't want it to make it just be a tanker on the back, because I could have just gone straight as it is, and that's a bit dull. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll glue these wheels up and I'll off camera, and then I'll do the rivets, and we'll come back once it's primed. Hello folks, so as you can see, I've just masked this up as well, spraying it black. Not used army paint. Oh no, that's annoying. I'll stick that back on in a second. I've not used army paint and primer today. Well, yesterday when I primed this, I used some other primer, which is not as good, because it's meant to be matte, and that is anything but matte. But I don't care. It's really, really hot in here as well. Bearing as I'm in a conservatory, so I'll keep this short because I have to turn my fan off to talk to you, as all you hear is the whirr continuously. So basically, I've masked top and bottom. It's only just as a guide. I'm gonna sponge red on the top half and red on this bottom half. Keep the black centre line all the way around. Then I'm gonna weather it. These are gonna be silver. These patch panels with rust running down them, obviously from the rivets. So it's like it's a fairly fresh repair. All this gubbins on the back will get painted up. Same as the gubbins on the front. And I might do some graffiti. I've got some new pens. Posca paint markers from Amazon. They were a bargain. So I might try some hand graffiti on it. Just don't mind some hand graffiti. Yeah, that's really the colour scheme. So total opposite to the cab in blue and yellow. This is going to be red and black. I think it should come out fairly good. I'll paint. I'll leave all this gear. Paint. Keep that probably like a metal colour. And this area here, I'll try and keep a metal colour as well. So they're just literally a red band. So I have to use quite a fairly small sponge. Hand enough there's a body line there. The tape's just for me. This end here, I'm not going to bring that red round. So I'm not going to bring the red round there. So I'm going to keep the red on this top surface here. Just A for ease, and B because that's what I want to do. So I'll glue that back on, leave it to dry, and then I'll time lapse me with the sponge. Alright then folks, so that's all the base colours done and dry. Bit gaudy at the moment. This hose I paint towards the end. I'm going to do it like a grey. In fact, I might paint it now because I'm going to do a wash next. Next up is a wash with like a sepia over the whole thing. Let that dry, and then I'm going to stick some decals on, and then do some graffiti with the pens. Possibly I might just use decals because I've got some quite big decal graffiti ones. Obviously I want the graffiti to look like it was on the vehicle before these panels were put on. So I'm going to have to do some cutting around them, etc, etc. We do it on time lapse though. I'm just going to do the wash off camera because a sepia wash is a sepia wash at the end of the day. I'll paint that hose off camera as well. And then the next bit you'll see is probably time-lapse me putting some decals on, or drawing some graffiti. I haven't decided yet. So yeah, the good thing about today, it being hot as balls, is that everything's drying really, really quickly. And you'll all be glad to know that yon palette is getting replaced by a fresh one, and I may actually clean it once in a while. Thought about cleaning this, but I think that's never going to get clean. I'll salvage some of my sponge, and I've got some new sponge to go as well. But yeah, we'll be committing this palette to the deep darkness of my outside bin once I finish this vehicle. So that's nice, isn't it? Alright then folks, then we're back. So as you just saw right at the end, the last bit of time lapse was me with these two mixed together, doing a really, really quick and dirty wash and then sponge effect for texture. That was twofold. Obviously I've just put a clear coat on there, a matte clear, to blend in these decals somewhat, and then the wash over the top just helps unify everything over the top of that, like it does in my head, and that's what I'm doing because it's my stuff and that's what I do. As you probably saw as well, I managed to cut a couple of decals round metal plates to look like the rig's not necessarily recently been repaired, but it's had the graffiti on it for a while. So the last couple of things to do on this is weathering, and as always, or as usual, I'm going to use my tried and testeds Tamiya weathering powders. I've also picked up some new gear which I'm going to use on a coming build, and then I'm going to start using quite a lot more of these from Ammo by MIG. So that's an ammo weathering set, and that's powdered pigment. Obviously these are powdered, but they're not powdered obviously. Cool thing on this is there's a streaking effect. So I normally do my streaking effect with the orange rust out of these, and then just drag my, the one I'm running out of, drag my brush down. With the streaking effect on that, I've done it on something. What did I do it on? I did it on this fridge. I had to go with it. It's for fallout. So on the front there, I did some streaks down. Don't you can see it. The light is really crap because it's now dark, and the noise in the background is my 3D printer, so I do apologise. You can just about see them at the bottom there. They're really, really subtle as I was mucking about with it. I haven't really got the hang of it. Also picked up a modelling school guide to weathering. Well, I haven't just noticed, weirdly enough, that the spine is printed upside down. That'll bug me. But anyway, yeah, so it's a guide to rust weathering. So it's 186 pages, all about how to do rust and stuff. For these sort of things, I'm going to be sticking to my standard technique. So I want it to be as weathered. There we go. Because it's not centered. People will tell me, which is a bit of a running joke. Some people I know on Facebook, which is quite fun. I love a running joke. So yeah, so next thing I do is do the rust weathering. Strangely enough, the sepia wash has made all my chrome parts, or my silver parts, which is gunmetal as always, by the army painter, go a little bit orangey. So they're almost looking a bit weird. So what I might do first is do a quick dry brush over them. I'll do my rust effect and see what it looks like. I'm going to also use some army painter dry rust effect on the rivets. Just dripping rust. I might just, while we're here, before I go time lapse, just have a little look at this. That's not gonna work, is it? It might do. Give it some more welly. Yeah, that's chroming it up a little bit more. I'm not really that bothered, to be honest. I quite like the look of it, so I'm not gonna knock myself out trying to take that back to being shiny metal. That's not the idea. That orangey tinge is what I want. I want it to look less worn than everything else on there. I don't know, I'm right off the camera here. You have to bear with me for a tick. There we go. Yeah, that seems a bit better. So yeah, so I'm gonna do my center rust all over with this jazz. Do some dry rust effects. Take my paintbrush out of my paint water because it's grim. Yeah. Oh, and also Thomas the Dank Engine's had his first coat of paint, but that's not a video, so I should be talking about Thomas the Dank Engine in the monthly mashup this month. Well, next month. About this month. I know what I'm talking about. It's late in the day and it's been very hot, okay? So yeah, time lapse, this jazz, come back, finished. Alright then folks, and there it is, all done, dusted, another coat of matte clear on it. It's now Thursday, so this video won't be coming out until the weekend now, so I'm missing a Wednesday video this week for the first time in a few weeks, but it is what it is. I've been fiddling with my 3D printer a bit too much, other things going on, all that jazz. So anyway, as you saw, I was building it, added some graffiti on the side. Most of this stuff is graffiti that was made by Walton Style, so thank you very much to Tom at Walton Style for that. Done the rust runs like I said I would do with the Army Painter Rust, and like I said, the reason I chose this is because of the straight line height wise it goes straight across, which I like the look of. Yankee symbol on the back there is from Tom again, and then I've got some decals on this side. The middle one's a Warlord Games one. I've cut it, obviously, as you saw, to butt up against the plate, so it looks like the plate was put on after the graffiti. That's one by Tom, a Walton Style, and that's another Walton Style one done for me. I cut round the plate, I had to cut it in pieces to fit it round there properly. But yeah, it came out really nice. Size-wise, it's 32 forward for size. So I'm going to move it back a bit. Ooh! Yeah, so size-wise, it's about right, I think. Not too big, not too small. So 32 forward for size. Let's grab the cards. A normal sort of card. Gas will do. And a Chevy Gasser for size as well. So yeah, truck and trailer, it's about 3 and a bit car lengths long, which I think is probably about right. This is the trailer is one of these. Matchbox Superfast, or Super Kings one, sorry. So a slightly bigger scale. Which fits fine. If you have a look at the Matchbox Super King truck as well, my train truck's much bigger, which I like. So yeah, so next up is part 3. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to be trying to either turn this trailer that came with original buy into a caboose, so windows, doors, curved train roof, or I might custom build a chassis and see if I can 3D print something like a London Underground carriage. Something like that, something quirky, just to go with the general train sort of theme for it, because I think that'd be quite cool. Yeah, not much else to say about that. Added all the weathering like I would normally. Lots of like oil stain around here, including a cat hair that's stuck in there, but that is what it is. Rust, kept the wheels fairly plain, just added a little bit of rust on them. Same around here, and on the back end, some rust around the rivets. Yankee symbol again. That's the game's oil thing, and I scratch built all this as you saw. So, and then I did the wheels One of the wheel holes got filled in with some paint, but it doesn't really matter. Up this end here, there's another War Games decal. Add a little bit of rust in places. Lots of sponge rust techniques on there. The army paint and rust. Also use some Humbrol, like a rust wash. The one I've used before, it's got quite a sediment in the bottom, so I dug some of that out, watered it down a bit with the rust the rust wash itself, and then sponged that on as well. So that's why it's got that gradient of colour in the rust. Really happy with it. Super pleased as always. I added some more rust on the top as well, just to break it up. Yeah, this one's for me. Don't plan on selling it at any time, so it's one I built for myself, so it take a little bit longer to build. But like I say, part 3 will be an alternative trailer, which will be pretty cool. I'm also working on, I'll give you a quick preview. About to finish off Thomas the Dank engine. That's a project for another time on the train theme. And then after that I've got a few other things that I'm working on. I'm 3D printing loads of parts and stuff. So yeah, awesome. I'll catch everyone next time.